Hello. Hopefully you guys can hear me. This is Peanut Nola 504, and I'm out here chilling out on the porch. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here just basically chilling out on the porch, and then been trying to try new ways of reaching out to our peoples. Let me know, can you hear me loud and clear? If you can't, then I will be able to pull these headsets off. Give me, guys, let me know if you can hear me. But good morning, peace and blessings to everyone. And you're out here, you're live in, going live with me. I have tried the StreamYard. The StreamYard was real nice. I was able to get that. Give me 1 second. All right, thank you. All right. Okay, I'm gonna come out a little louder and see if you guys can hear me now. Like I said, I'm trying new things, trying new ways to get on, and checking out new ways to get on. I tried StreamYard. StreamYard was very, very, very nice. I had got a chance to check out StreamYard. Today's stream, and then I will be able to get called on with notifications, being able to share notifications with you guys, letting you guys know when I come on the live stream. Okay, when I come on, because I know I've been catching people off guard with my live streams. um there's a lot going on, as we know, with everything in our world, everything that's going on in the conscious community. There's a lot going on, but we do know that we still have lives to live. We still have lives to live, and we're going to make it no matter what negativity that's going on. We are going to strive for the best. We are going to be the best. Okay, this is one of the statements that I want you to understand, that there's somebody life that's worse than your life. You may not realize that there's somebody out there that has a tougher life than you do. Okay, sometimes we tend to look at ourselves and we don't see other people's lives. We sit there and think that our life, that because we're going through tough times in our life, that we're not going to be able to evolve to the people that we want to be. um we tend to go online, or rather it's Facebook, Instagram, and we see our friends and our families live lavish lives, living above their means. Some of them, you might think, "Oh, man, they're living good," but they only show you what they want to show you. Understand that, family, that people are only going to show you what they want to show you. Okay, they're never going to tell you about their flaws. People don't live within their flaws. They don't tell you circumstances that they go through in their life. So remember that your life is important, and you can strive to the best of your ability. You can be on the top A game in your life. Okay. um I see a lot of things that are going on in the community sector. Remember my channel, that I issued a challenge for people, that we're doing a that I'm trying to encourage everyone to do, to go to the Dollar Tree and basically, having trouble with this bell. My power is running slow. Might have to try this on the other computer. Give me 1 second, because my PC is acting up. It says my battery is low, so I'm going to have to make adjustments to this. Okay. I will. Yeah, it says the battery. Give me 1 second. I have to charge up the battery right quick. Bear with me. Bear with me. Do you know where it goes? Okay. I'm back. Had to get um had to get some charging going. Technical difficulties. Okay, technical difficulties. But I'm back. I'm back. Back and rolling. Just came back in the house. Okay. Like I said, basically, what I was telling people what we could do is I'm encouraging everyone to get a bag, go to the Dollar Tree, and purchase some items for people of need. Okay, so that's a challenge. Okay, purchase some items for people of need. Okay, so that's what we were talking about last time, and trying to reach out to the conscious community and actually helping others. Okay, um, I was talking about Pangea, and I was stating to people, trying to let people understand the difference of where you come from, the geographics of all the nations, where you come from, the continents, the different continents. All continents were connected at one time. A lot of people don't really understand that everyone, all nations of people, are connected to one another. Okay, all nations of people are connected to one another. So there's a lot of people who listen to what our oppressor has taught us. Excuse me, I got a bald head, so I'm gonna shine it. But they are more focused to what our oppressor has taught us through the time. Okay, I stated last time when I was on live that we all when I was very young and I was in grade school, they brought Roots to our class. They brought us to Roots. Okay. Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me? Uh, can't chat, but listen. Okay. Yeah. And the thing what we have to understand is that we have to understand that we listen. We are people that listen to what our oppressor have taught us, and rather doing research and understanding research is that we were clearly a people that have been here already. Okay, our nation of people, how you doing, Hollywood? Our nation of people have always been here. Okay, we're connected to every continent across the scene, across the world. Okay, everybody is everybody. But what I'm trying to let you know is that we have to dig and do more research. We have to dig and do more research to learn more about each other. Once we learn self love about each people's culture, understanding other people's culture. Yes, I just wanted. I've been trying to challenge people to think about they when I went to Mardi Gras yesterday, there were a lot of people that were under the bridge in New Orleans, Louisiana, and they've been doing, people pass over them, they walk over them. There's a lot of tents that's going on there, a lot of tents. The people live underneath, and they just pass over them. And it doesn't hurt to go to the Dollar Tree and go get dollar products, get toothpaste, body wash, feminine things for women, personal hygiene for women. And I issued this challenge to our people so we can uplift others. Okay, they don't understand our culture in New Orleans. A lot of people are very very and New Orleans culture is one of the cultures that celebrate death. We don't moan to death like they got Kobe Bryant. We celebrate that. Okay, just like you see what's going on with the news with Kobe Bryant. We celebrate the life of people. Okay, so we don't drag debt into the ground. Okay, we celebrate the life of people. Okay, I want you to understand that we have to have a better connection with each other. There's a lot of channels out there that we have to build. We have to build. Okay, we have to have an understanding on what we're talking about on our platforms. Because we don't realize that there are a lot of people who watching us, and we don't understand that we may affect somebody else's life. So we have to be better off than being negative and try to look at the positive things about us. Okay, there's a lot of negativity, but we have to look at some of the positive things that's that we have, that the goods of us. Okay, there's a lot of bad in people, but there are also a lot of good in people. Okay, everybody, I don't believe, is built to be bad. Everybody's not built to be bad and built to be negative. It has to be something that is taught to you as a kid. Just like you can take a Caucasian kid, a white kid, and you can take a black kid, and you raise them together, and they don't see color. Okay, they don't see color, and they don't start seeing color like the ancestors. When you think about slavery, it was okay to play with them, and then all of a sudden, when the kid grew up, the playmate wound up wanting to be superior than the other playmate. Okay, they was trying to set a tone that I am more superior than you. Okay, so you have to understand that things that are taught to people are taught to hate. Okay, I can take a cat and a dog as a puppy, as a kitten, and I can merge them two together, and they won't see that they are a cat or a dog. They just see family. Okay, animals naturally, if you bring them together as young, they naturally will love each other. Okay, so a lot of people don't understand that we are a people that we, if we don't understand something, we judge people off of not being able to understand. Or we have to be able to understand other people's views, other people's lives. We have to be more understanding. Okay, more understanding. There's Because everything is not for you to understand, but you have to do your best to try to understand. Okay. Um, the things that we do, we tear down the melanated woman. We tear down the black man. We tear down all cultures. We tend to tear down each other rather than uplift the flaws. We tear down the flaws. You understand? We have to learn how to, what could we do to make this person a better person? What could we do to change the way people think? Okay, because they've been taught a certain way. And you have to understand, when a person has been turned upside down and they have low self-esteem about themselves, they begin to believe what they are. They believe the negativity in themselves. That's what people don't understand. You can be positive, but when somebody's telling you in the course of your life that you bad, you're gonna wind up believing that you bad. Okay, and that's what, if a person calls, if a man is trying to change his ways, for his whorish ways, from being a hoe, and if a person is telling him, if a person is constantly saying that you can never turn away from being a hoe, you can be a better man, you can be a better person. There's nothing that you can't do in your life that can't change. All right, Hollywood, you gotta go. You gotta go. Uh, but I'm hopefully next time I will be able to set up. I will be trying my best to set up times when I come on. That way, you guys won't miss some of the things that I'm saying. Immortal Jungle Beats. And this is the things that we have to understand. People are not naturally bad. Okay. They are only bad because of what their community stigmatism, make them believe in. Okay. So we can change. We are not, if you are the same person that you were 5 years ago, and you still think you're 22 years old, and when you're in your 30s, you have not evolved. You have not became a better person. You have not evolved to the ability of what you're supposed to be, because we supposed to get older and we supposed to become wiser. Okay, we supposed to become older and we supposed to become wiser. Some people are stuck in being want to be young. There's nothing wrong with want to be young. You're gonna always be young within inside your heart. But at some point in your life, you have to grow. Okay. You have to grow in your life. There's some time in your life you have to become a better person, have to become a better woman, you have to become a better man. And it comes with growth and ability to learn and listen from mistakes of your past. You have to be able to overcome the demons of your past. Everybody have a past. Everybody made mistakes. But can you overcome these challenges in your life? And these are the things that you can't keep dwelling on your past. You got to be able to overcome your storms, your past. And these are the things that I encourage from everyone, is to leave your past in the past. Okay. Now I'm gonna talk about so-called African Americans. And one of the reasons why I say so-called, because none of you guys really know who you are. Okay. Nobody really knows who they really is, because most people in the America are mutts. Okay, well, a lot of people have been mixed, different cultures have been mixed. So you don't truly know who you really are. Okay, some know, some don't. Okay, that's why I have a channel to tell you, to try to teach you about research and learning who you are. When you look at Caucasian people, all Caucasian people are different. There's not a same Caucasian person. Okay, they got different people of white, different types of white. Okay, understanding, just like they got different types of white, they have different types of black. Okay, when you see most white people have Jewish in their family, they have Italians in their family, they have Russian in their family, they have different types of white. Okay, just like you have black people who have different types of black. You have the indigenous people, and you have the African people, you have Jamaican people. We all are different, but the same in many ways. Okay. But we have different tribes, different tribes. We went from being indigenous. How did we go from being indigenous to Negro? And you have to understand what happened in time to where we came from being indigenous to being called a Negro. Okay. So that would be like me saying, putting everybody on these boats. Like I have said before, when you look at the history of Confederate history, you know where to find Confederate history. You know where to find the Titanic, but you cannot find the slave ships. And we're still looking for the slave ships. Now, if you're going to believe that they took a whole nation of people and brought everyone to America, then you have to do more research and learn about the lies of the white man who has oppressed us. Okay, and that's what we have to do. It's a blue rain. We have to understand that our oppressor has taught us their history. Okay, when the British, when the British came, or when the Queen stated that she were bringing prisoners to America, she was bringing prisoners to America because they were overpopulated in Britain. They were overpopulated there. And you have to understand that they took their worst. They didn't take their best. They took their worst and brought them to America. And when William Penn stated with Christopher Columbus, when he stated the first people that he identified as a native was Black people. And that's what we have to understand. That the first person that William Penn identified was a melanated, copper, Black man and woman. And that's what we have to understand. Identity crisis is real. That identity crisis is real. And these it goes with science, it goes with biblical, even the Bible. The Bible is the history of melanated people. Now, even though I'm not religious, that the Bible talks only about melanated people. It identifies with melanated people. It's a history book for melanated people. They told you that the so-called Jesus is a white man. They told you that. They told me that. But in every other country, in every other continent, they look at the Messiah, Yeshua, as being a melanated Black man. Yah is a Black man. With the Black Madonna in Russia, marrying the so-called Jesus, is identified as a Black man and a Black woman. Only in America, where history has been whitewashed. Only in America, where history has been whitewashed and not told to the ability that it needs to be told. Understand that history that you call history is tainted. The stuff that they teach you in college, the stuff that they teach you in school, the stuff that they teach you in elementary, all the way up to high school, has been tainted. Not telling you the true history of you. See, if your oppressor is painting the native, he's telling about great things about his people. He's not going to tell you about great things about your people. And that's a fact. It's not going to tell you how great your people are. We didn't know how to read and write. So how would we know what the truth is if it was taught by our oppressor? And that's a fact. That when they have the oldest scrolls, the oldest bones, the very first lady to be discovered in America was a melanated Black woman in South America. We have history of our scrolls and our bones, even before the Mongoloids even came to America from Asia. Even before they came from Asia, that they called themselves native. No, we ain't trying to still say we natives. We don't like to use that term. We like to say that we are indigenous. But we want everybody, well, you know, you got people that's going to tell us to go back where we come from. Where then you going to tell them this is your home. They're going to tell you to go back where you come from, and you tell them where's their tribe. And you have to ask, where are your tribes, sir? Reclassification, identity crisis is what has hurt our people for many years. Identity crisis. And yes, I state the beginning. Yes, my light skin on me is because of the rapes, because of the mixing. I have no denying that I have French in my blood. I have no denying that I have mixed in my blood. But we're talking about your original form before being mixed. We're talking about who were you before the rapes. And that's what I state to people to do research on. You may have land out there, but because we are so quick to, even when you go to vote, they just assume that you're a Democrat. See, I'm independent, but they put you on a boat. They put you on a boat. You're automatically African American. And that's how are you going to be two countries and two continents? How are you going to be African and American at the same time? But when you listen to Caucasians don't call themselves Caucasians Americans. They call themselves white. And that's what they identify themselves. They don't put the extra term to it. They don't say European. They're not going to give up their American side. And when we do a lot of research and we understand, and I don't deny that we were everywhere. As the scriptures talk about, for those who are not biblical, the scriptures tell us that we were scattered across all corners of the earth. So when somebody tell me that we were everywhere, I'm going to tell you that's true. I'm going to tell you that we were everywhere. That the Most High scattered us, and we were everywhere. When you look at the indigenous people in Australia, and there's a lot of indigenous people that look like Americans right here. I see black. If you go in the South, you see a dark black man with blue eyes. I seen a black man with blonde hair. We are everywhere, and that's a fact. And until we investigate what is true and what is not true, we are going to be an upside down nation of people. Don't be afraid to discover who you are. There are ways you can go through the court system. You can find your tribe through the court system. You can find your tribe through birth records. And you will find out that you are indigenous to this land, original Turtle Island, and that you belong here. And I told people, I said, Africa loved you so much. Why didn't Africa come get you? And you have to understand this, because them people know who you are. They know who you are. You don't know who you are. You look at their bone structures, their face features. They're totally different than who you are, you and I. The only difference that we have in common with melanated people is that the fact that we melanated and they melanated. What's up? What's up? What's up? Salute, American Indian. I am honored. I am honored to have you on here, Rainstorm. I am honored to have you on here. Because that's what we don't understand. We afraid to build and teach. We're afraid to learn things. I don't know everything. I don't know everything, but I am building. I do research. And my mother used to tell me before she died, my mother used to say, "Oh, your great-grandfather was a pure Chata Indian." And then it confirmed when she died, when family members got in touch with me and said, "Yes, your great-grandfather was a pure Chata Indian." And we have to understand that all them years when I was in school, the teachers were calling me African. They called me an African American. I remember when I was in kindergarten and they had roots. And they come in with roots. And they told us that was our history. They pushed that history on you and they pushed that history on me. Not even knowing the facts. And this is a fact that has been going on, Rainstorm. This is a fact of lies that has been going on throughout the history. You cannot be afraid to learn who you are, because we have been so oppressed to believe in something that ain't even possible and that is not true. You cannot swab somebody's face and some spit and believe that that's going to take you back to West Africa. A person that lives, DNA would not go this far from DNA. See, they're making money off of you guys. DNA can never go from this era to all the way back to Africa. It only goes to a certain generation. Indoctrinated, you're right. Indoctrinated. You said it right, Rainstorm. And we have so many vulnerable so-called African Americans that don't understand when you're out there dancing and when you're out there feeling good. Go look at what our natives was doing. We are just as funny and we act just like the natives that we come from. We partied, we danced, we celebrated the same way our natives have done. They can take away our history, but they cannot take the identity of who you are away from you. Once you recover yourself and you start understanding that there is a purpose for you, that you can finally erase that so-called off your name, so-called African American. We got to stop voting in a certain manner. This is why the president and certain presidents, Democrats and Republicans, come into our areas, come to our people, and they want our vote. And this is what they do. Along with paper, it is genocide. And they put us in one big old bubble, and they want our vote, and they do nothing in our communities. These politicians do nothing in our community for our votes. They do nothing for us. The Constitution was not written for melanated people. The gun laws was not written for melanated people. You think you got the same right as they do, you might can purchase. Them gun laws in Florida is not made for you. That's why poor Trayvon Martin ended up killed. Because the man, he can have a stand your ground. Them stand your ground laws was not made for melanated people. Stop believing that you have the same rights as your oppressor. I'm so happy to have you back. Stop believing that you have the same equal rights as your oppressors. That the Constitution was never meant for you. Them laws that are not made for you. You can get killed in cold blood, and what they're gonna do, they can get out scot-free. They can murder you in blood, and they can get out scot-free because they say stand your ground. And that was made. And if you see most of the things that ever happened, like Jim Jones, you're right. You're right. And every time you see something major happen to people, it's always the melanated person that end up dead. They can go up there and kill off churches. They can go out there and kill or blow up a whole building, but they're not called terrorists. But our people, we manifest in killing ourselves. You can't blame the white man for you destroying yourself. What is the point of being conscious and having a conscious community channel if you're not trying to build with others to teach our young men and women to stop being disrespectful to their bodies and their soul? When are we going to stand together and fight against what we are doing to each other? Jim Crow, Jim Jones too. When are we going to call out our people for the things that they are doing to themselves? Because every time we speak against our people, then someone wants to say that we are coons. That we are coons, and then we are Uncle Tom, and don't even know what Uncle Tom is. Don't even know what Uncle Tom stands for. See, Uncle Tom was not the villain. It was Sambo who was the villain. Sambo was the villain. Uncle Tom used to steal food and give to his brothers and sisters. Uncle Tom would take beatings for his brothers and sisters. Uncle Tom refused to hit his brother, to hit females. See, Sambo said, when Sambo said, Master, are you sick? I'm sick too. See, that was Sambo. Sambo was the evil and the wicked. So when we sit here and we do history, when we learn what history truly is, you will understand that we've been bamboozled. We've been told that Uncle Tom is the sellout. See, I've done a video on Uncle Tom, and I can show you who he is. Also, if you guys get a chance, could you also press a like while you're here on this video? And also, could you also hit the bell, subscribe to my page? Because I talk about these things. I made videos even before I was live streaming. I have been doing these videos. And I have been pulling up research and records. Okay? Massa. That's what he did. We sick, Massa. And that's what he said. And this is what the things that we don't understand, that when your oppressor is teaching you, when your oppressor is teaching you, why is he going to tell you the good things about you? Why would your oppressor tell you how great you are? Because once you learn something good about you, you are able to build your young people up. And they will love themselves. They will stop killing themselves. They will stop, our women will stop showing their body and degrading themselves. Once they have self-respect about themselves and they learn who they are. See, that's what the Jim Crow was all about, making you not love who you are. We have beautiful women out here who are showing their cleavage, showing their bodies, because we have men who don't show love to their woman, don't lift them up. And a lot of them didn't come up in households with fathers. So they tend to look to a man as their father because they didn't get it from their own father. They tend to want to get it from a man. Sometimes you get it from the wrong man. That's why these steps and fetching ninjas get signed to record companies, because they want your they want to keep us down. Yes, and you have to understand there's reasons. There's reasons. Okay, there's reasons why they have certain rappers out here. They have certain people out here doing what they do. And I got to tell you, they don't want you to be conscious about certain things. They want you to want the brothers to talk about women, black women being hoes. They want us to talk about black women down to our black women. They want you to view the black woman as a dog. That's what they want. They don't want you to show respect to your queen. They want to talk against marriage. They want to abolish marriage. Anything that has anything to do with the Most High, they want you to separate. But they want you to uplift other things. They want you to push certain things on our kids. Even through cartoons, our kids are influenced through sex. See, what you don't understand, the demon loves to deal with sex. The demon pushes sex. That's why you see these guys out here, just like talking about they polygamous. They're polygamous and don't even know what polygamy means. But don't even know what polygamy means. It was about building nations that was crumbling. But there's no need for polygamy. There's no need for polygamy. But everything is through sex now. It's how we do our women. And we have a lot of women that are great single mothers, and then we have a lot of single mothers who, to be honest with you, we have a lot of single mothers who steal children themselves. We have young women that are still young and immature to have children. So how are they going to teach their kids what not to do and how to do it? And they still want to be young. They still want to be out there partying. And the boyfriend comes on in their life and they love the man more than they love their child. The kid is vulnerable to pedophilia. We don't protect our kids the way we should as a nation of people. As a nation of people, we don't protect our children. People are molesting little boys. You got more little boys out here. They are trying to, and I'm telling you, if you stop procreating, and if you feminize our men, they are not able to procreate. And I have nothing against gay people. Nothing against gay people. I have a problem when it's pushed on our nation and it's being recognized as being normal. That's what you have to understand. Okay? Have no problem. It does not affect my life. I don't have no problem with the people, but I have a problem with it affecting our kids. People are trying to destroy marriage. and people are trying to destroy man and woman, period. Man and woman, period. And it's a fact. And we have to come together as a nation of people and understand you cannot be afraid to hurt feelings. Stop being afraid to hurt feelings. Feelings are meant to be hurt. Feelings are meant to be hurt. Yes, I feel so bad for these kids, no protection. Yes, and then you see these young folks and the result of what happens to young people that are not protected by their parents. You see the results of what happened to the young people when they're not protected. They're out here. We have so many young people out here that's out in the streets. They have a lot of young kids that's not eating a full base meal. They're not eating a full base meal. They have to sell their bodies just to eat. We have young folks who sell their bodies just to eat food. And we have predators that are taking advantage of them. And this is the sickness and the demon of what is going on in the world. This is what's been going on for centuries. We have to protect our daughters and we have to protect our sons. It used to be, they used to say, everybody was so in defense of protecting their daughters. But now, you don't see too many pedophiles coming after the daughter like they used to do. It's more coming after the male now. It's now more after the male now. I feel so bad. If you weren't for bullying and hating. Okay, I was trying to. You retracting, huh? And these are the things that are going on, and we have to understand what is conscious community to you. And I want to know, for those, when you evaluate the channels that you follow, I want you to realize and I want you to understand, I want you to evaluate what is conscious and what is not conscious to you. I want you to know, what are you getting into? Are you getting into comedy? Are you getting into negativity? Are you learning something? And that's what I want to understand. If it wasn't for bullies and haters, I wouldn't be as successful as I am today. This snowflake generation won't get too far. Yes, 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 because we are teaching our kids to not be strong and to be, everything that somebody says to them, they're very thin-skinned. If you look at our nation of people, they're ready to commit suicide because they're really not strong. They're really not built strong. Okay, and this we have to start building our kids to not be so sensitive and to be strong against these bullies of the world. We are in an age right now when we got a president of the United States that is the major bully. Okay, so he's that's one of the examples of this work. Okay, so this is what we're going through. But also, I want you guys to check out some of the videos that I have that you probably have not seen. And I was talking about Pangea. And I was talking about how we were once connected to Africa and that all continents were connected to Africa. When you got to get a chance, you guys check them videos out that you guys probably never got a chance to see. Also, just check it out. You know what I'm saying? And we can build. Let me know if you guys got StreamYard. We can build and talk about a lot of things. Rainstorm and Immortal Hollywood. All you guys, if you guys want to build one day, we have StreamYard. I would love to hear your opinion on a lot of issues. I would love to build with you guys and like I said, and talk real conscious community, because this is what I want to do. I want to talk about things, what we could do to make our community better, how we can change the mindset of our people. What could we do as a conscious community or group? New Orleans culture is the realest. We don't bow down and we keep pushing. Yes, we do. We have been through Katrina. We have been through a lot. I remember they were calling us refugees. I mean, how in the hell people calling us refugees in our own country? In our own country, if there was a bunch of white kids on the roof, if there was a bunch of white kids on buildings, would they be called refugees? Understand this. You know, there was George Bush who said, Brownie, you're doing a good job. He said, Brownie, you're doing a good job while we screaming and helping and we got water coming up to our face. He was saying to the Department of FEMA that they're doing a good job. And you have to understand that these people will never love you like you love you. I have so many opinions. I teach and I open eyes was posting videos, but no one was watching or cared because you have to build with people who are on your same frequency. You have to build with people who are on your same frequency. Everybody, this type of vibe is not for everybody. And that's what you have to understand. And I want everybody to understand that everybody is not a conscious. Everybody don't come to YouTube to be conscious. And that's a fact. They definitely betrayed us. You have to build with people who are on your same frequency and understand that everybody is not mature enough to follow content like this. Everybody's not grown enough to understand content like this because they have not been woke. They would rather watch what's going on with Nature Boy. They would rather watch what's going on with stuff like that, and that's a fact. Rather than open up the eyes of what's going on in our community. We are on the same frequency for sure. And that's the things that I tell people, that everyone is not going to be for you. Everyone is not going to be for you. I was a part, I got myself tied into that Nature Boy saga for a very long time. I tune in to certain people. I follow SL Davis and certain other channels that do a great job with that does an excellent job. But I can't see myself get tied up until to just that. But for those, please follow SL Davis, O'Neal, and there's a lot of great conscious community people out there. Also follow Hollywood, everybody. We can all build together. Hollywood Hair for you. And like I said, that we can build and we can get stronger together. And understand that everything that we do is a purpose. Everything that we do is a purpose. We are Mardi Gras Indians. My brother is a Mardi Gras Indian. And I remember the people used to joke and say, why are y'all dressing like Native Americans? Because we are Native Americans, fool. Because we are Native Americans. Okay? And that's what people don't understand. The difference between indigenous people and natives are totally different things. One come from Asia. They come from Asia. We don't come from Asia. Okay? And that's what we have to understand. Indigenous people have always been here. But I want to thank you guys. Please share the video, subscribe and press a like to Peanut Nola 504. I will have some new videos come out and everything. You have to ask yourself, about these things. There's so many tribes, so many different tribes out here. You know what I'm saying? And we are the indigenous people of this nation. We are the indigenous people of this nation, and we have to build. We have to build and understand that I'm gonna make this statement before I go. And even when you look at the Israelites, we are the Israelites. If you want to talk biblical, we are the Israelites. I want you guys to understand that. We are the people that the Most High God talks about. We were scattered across all corners of the earth. Okay? Well, you got to understand there's a difference. When Rebecca was complaining to the Most High God, and she was complaining, she said, why it feel like there's a war in my stomach. And the Most High said that you have two nations, that you have two nations of people inside you. One nation of people was Esau. The other nation of people was Jacob. It was twin brothers. And one of our sectors come from Esau, and one of our second sectors come from Jacob. Esau was given the promise. He gave up the promise for food. Esau is the white man. The black man is Jacob. So when you understand that you are God's chosen people, then you will understand why we have been in our captivity so long in our life. 400 years of slavery and captivity has been uplifted. We are no longer in slavery and captivity no more. So slavery is abolished. Now we're into mental slavery. And we have to release ourselves from mental slavery. So understand that we are Israelites, okay, that we were scattered across all corners of the nation. We are a part of the 12 tribes of Judah. But if you don't believe in biblical, then we'll just stick to science. And I will be happy to stick to science if you don't believe in biblical facts. Okay. The fact is that we are the most high chosen people, that the most high chosen for himself. We were brought here to bring other tribes together. We were brought here to bring and fulfill and bring other tribes together and teach them the ways of the most high. Okay. So rather people believe in me or not, that's just biblical teaching. Okay. So I want you to understand that the Bible was a history book. I believe in the Bible. Thank you. That the Bible was a history book that was written for so-called African Americans. Okay, this Bible was your true history, and as what the science have said, there was no white colored people at that time in the Bible. Okay, the most of the people that lived in that area were in hot climate. They were in heated climates. They had to have melanated people that because Caucasian people would not be able to withstand the heat in that continent. Okay, so you have to understand there's no such thing. They didn't have the letter J. The letter J was not thought of. His name was Yeshua, Yah. We call him Yah. Okay, understand that we were his chosen people. Okay, all glory goes to the Most High. All glory goes to dwell within him. So I want you guys to have a nice, beautiful day. Thank you guys for spending your time out listening to me. On Canal Street earlier, a brother was yelling at a white man, telling him what he was preaching was a lie. Yes, and it is what it is because it's called stolen identity. They have if you look at Jewish people, they call themselves Jewish because they are converts. Jewish people are original converts. That means that they learned a religion. They learned the religion of the Hebrews. Okay, they learned that religion. Okay, so you have to understand that that was a learned, taught thing. Okay, that was learned. Okay, they learned their religion. They are not the true Jews. The Bible speaks who the true Jews are. The Bible speaks of the true Israelites, and they are definitely not the Israelites. They are definitely not the chosen people. And that's a fact. Okay, that's biblical. But if people don't want to deal with biblical, we'll just talk about science. Okay, that's because I know people don't want to believe anything that has to do with the Bible. There was a lot of people stray away from the Bible, but that Bible with King James, all them people were black. Okay, all them people were black. So you have to understand this. Okay, that that they took the time to whitewash the Bible, change these people, the narratives of who these people were, and they whitewashed it. And if you look at the angels, you go in Catholic churches, they got angels of all white people on the wall as angels. They don't have black people as angels. Okay, because and that should tell you something right there. Okay, you have to ask yourself, why wouldn't you be on there? When a person look like you, they're trying to tell you you're not going to go to heaven? So it is what it is. That's why I don't deal with religious people, a lot of religions, because they have tainted the Bible so much, and lies, so many lies, man, so many lies. Thank you too. Yeah, and it is what it is, you know. But you guys have a blessed day. I'm gonna get off because I'm going to the parade tomorrow. I will be in New Orleans, back in my city. I don't forget where I come from. I will be back in my city, New Orleans, Louisiana. And today is my son's birthday. Today we celebrating him. We got him a nice big old king cake. For those who've never seen a king cake, this is a king cake. Okay, we got him a beautiful king cake. He's 20 years old today. He's 20 years old today, and we are so proud of him because he goes to Belhaven. He goes to Belhaven University, and you don't. I can actually say that my wife and I, we are very blessed. We are very blessed to have great children. To have great children. Yeah, Zulu, have fun, be safe, and yeah, and that's another thing. A lot of people understand with that, Yeah, for those who never remember, if you're not from Louisiana, go try one time in your life to have a king cake. Okay, you can call Randazzo, Camellia City, Randazzo, and you can have Google Randazzo in Louisiana, and you can have that shipped to you. They will ship it off to you wherever state you're from, and you will be able to get king cake and enjoy what New Orleans people have been enjoying for years. Okay, so you guys will be able to enjoy that and whatever. But I am a realist. I'm not one of these people that come on social media and be fake. I am me. Okay, I am me, and I am big on my culture. I am big on everything that has to do with my culture. Okay, so all glory goes to the Most High. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Remember, never look down on a man, like an old preacher told me. Never look down on a man unless you're going to lift him up. Remember that. You guys have a blessed day. I'm out of here. See if I can give, before I do that, I want to do something right quick. You have just became, I think you're now a moderator. So I want you to let you know, okay? See if I can get, I like to keep my little group in here. See Black Rain. I will be adding more moderators as I go, so y'all can help keep the channel respectful. So you guys can help keep the channel respectful, and that's what I'm going to do. But you guys also share the videos. You guys have a blessed day. I'm out of here. Peace and blessings. You guys have a nice one.